Thank you, Chairman Johnson and Ranking Member Lucas. Administrator Nelson, I appreciate you taking the time today to speak to our committee on NASA and the administration's fiscal year 2022 budget proposal. As you know, China is a significant competitor in space exploration and efforts to militarize space. Last week, I introduced an amendment to the NSF for the Future Act along with Congressman Waltz. It was added with bipartisan committee support during the markup. The amendment related to prohibiting participation in malign foreign talent recruitment programs, such as China's Thousand Talents program. The question is, does NASA have an active program in place to assess employees from foreign influence or prohibit their participation in malign foreign talent recruitment programs?
If we don't, we will.
Yeah. That's good. It's so important. I think it's critical to our country that we focus on those around the communist world that have concerns about our country. Another question I have, moving on to the issue of agriculture, the future of sustainable aviation fuel may provide a new market for biofuels produced in Iowa. Looking at your budget, how does biofuels play out in sustainable aviation fuel and related research and development in your budget for FY 2022?
The first A in NASA is aeronautics, and we're looking at all kinds of fuels. Basically, NASA aviation has got to do our part in lessening the pollution of putting CO2 and methane up into the upper atmosphere. So we are getting ready to fly a demonstrator on an all-electric aircraft coming up this year. And that's just one trying to look at alternative fuels. Now, how the biofuels work into this, I can't tell you off the top of my head. I know before we've seen biofuels into the American automobile industry because most of us are at least getting 10% ethanol when we pump at the gas pump. I know the Air Force in the past had a program that was going to be directed at mostly biofuels. When you launch rockets, you've generally got to have something that's really got a kick. And usually that's something like kerosene or hydrogen or methane. But getting back to aeronautics, we are doing that and doing it aggressively.
That's great to hear. Relating to agriculture, NASA's Applied Sciences and NASA's Harvest program work to advance the use of satellite observations to benefit agriculture and food security. Can you talk about NASA's budgeting to develop applications to assist precision agriculture and provide data in support of agriculture and land use issues such as drought forecasting or floodplain mapping control?
So I'm an old country boy. So as a matter of fact, I can even remember my grandfather plowing a mule. But think about today. The farmer gets in an air-conditioned tractor, and he's got a GPS system, and it's telling him exactly how to furrow that row.
Yep.
Now, what about all the scientific instruments that we have now that can examine the crops from space and see what's diseased? Or what about the ones that are going to be able to predict drought in the future to help the farmer? Or what about the desert community that suddenly under the soil of the desert, we can locate deposits of water? All of those things are bound to be helping agriculture and country folks. And I think it's exciting.
Yeah.